Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video here on the second channel. Today it's a bit of a different one. No FIFA, no gameplay, just today's video is about our Premier League predictions. Now we're doing this early. We're doing an early Premier League predictions and we'll do one later on down the season. Probably just before the season starts or after like a week of the season to start, we'll do another one. This is an early Premier League predictions right now. I'm going to give you guys everything about where I think they're going to go. Normally I only do one of these, but I thought this year we'll do two, as last year's went terribly when I did it before the season started. And yeah, we did have a video on that, but it's not been released because I didn't think it was a great video. So if you want to see my one from this year, at the end of the year, make sure you smash a like, comment, and hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. And let's just get straight into it, I think. Champions League, so we're going to go top four right here, put them in order as well. So in Champions League, winning the league, I believe it's going to be, I think it's going to be Man City. I know it's everybody's pick to win the league, but I feel like it's going to be Man City, just because I feel as if they're, you know, signing of Haaland, and just Haaland in general, man, he's just too good. Like, for me, whenever I speak to my mates or anything, I ask which one's better, Haaland and Mbappe. Haaland's the one, yeah. He's physical, he's fast, and he's really good. So, yeah, I put them winning the league in Champions League spot, of course, when you win the league. So yeah, Man City in first. Second place, I believe another easy choice, probably Liverpool. I know they've got rid of Mane, and Firmino's not really a start anymore, so it's kind of just Salah from the old, you know, front three. But I still feel as if with Nunes and whatever his name is, what's his name now on that left wing? I'll pop on the screen. But that guy, yeah, I think they'll still win it. I still think they'll do well. I don't think they'll win the league again. I think they'll just miss out on it, just because they don't have Mane. I do feel as if he's a, you know, they've got Nunes and everything like that. As much as he did have a few howlers against Man United, you know, he did score 4 the other day, 4 or 5 against Leipzig. I think he scored something like that. So yeah, second place for me. Third place, it's a tough one. It's going to be a bit out there. I'm going to go with Tottenham. They've got Conte. And I feel as if when you've got Conte, kind of likely to get in the top 4. And I feel like third is going to be well for them. I don't think any other team is going to do better than Tottenham this season, unless Tottenham have a really poor start and end to the season. I think they could do okay. They've got Conte, of course, we've been seeing some of the signs, Richarlison, Basuma. You know, they've got some mad stuff. Forster as well, you know. They've got some mad signings, so I do believe that they could get in that third position spot, just behind Liverpool and ahead of another team who I believe to be Chelsea. I think I've got to put them there, just because I feel as if I put Arsenal above Chelsea, I'm going to get a bit of hate. But I do feel as if Arsenal could do better than Chelsea. I feel like Man United could also do great. And I've kind of got a slight inkling that Tuchel won't last that long this season. I feel like he's going to have another howler season, because he's already starting to, you know, we've seen when he lost yesterday to Arsenal 4-0. He came out and was not very pleased with the players. So I've got a feeling he's not going to last that long with the squad, and he's going to try and either he's going to get sacked, or in January he's going to be basically like a rebuild for Chelsea. They've got Raheem Sterling though. And Koulibaly, so I've got a feeling they could do well. And Koundé as well, I think he's arrived as well now. I don't know if he's been confirmed, but apparently he's joining Chelsea, so another great player from there. So they could just get into top 4, so that's where I'm going to put them. Champions League right there. Next up for me, in Europa League. So in Europa League you get it up to 6th place, if that's correct, yeah. So you've got, okay, so you've got 2 positions here. I believe Arsenal definitely in 5th place. I think they just slip out of Champions League again, which wouldn't be great for them, but also at the same time it's understandable. You know, they're Arsenal, they're just getting in there, they're rebuilding, you know, so I feel as if they will definitely do okay. Next up, Man United. I feel as if they've, you know, pre-season's done well for them. Ten Hag looks like a great manager. You know, Fred scored a chip, so he's going to be on fire again. So I've got a feeling Man United are going to have an okay season. So their standards not great, but to everybody else's standards of Man United, pretty good season, Europa League. And 7th place again, 6th place again, I mean. I don't know how they'll do in Europa League this season. They might win it, so they could automatically get put in Champions League. But I feel as if, you know, if they don't win it, they'll get Europa League spot as well. So next up, we've got the Conference League, which is just one team. I'm pretty sure it's just 7th, is it not? Yeah, 7th, yeah. So, in my mind, 7th place, Conference League, I think it's gonna be, I'm gonna throw a wild one out there. I think it's gonna be Newcastle United. Conference League, I know they've not made many signings that I know of. They probably have made a few signings, but none of them great. They got rid of their star striker, Dwight Gale. You know, big up to him joining Stoke City. You know, if you want to see a championship predictions for that, make sure you leave a like, and we'll do that as well. But yeah, getting serious on the note here, I do feel as if Newcastle can bring in some bigger players, and I think, you know, everybody believes they can. And if they do, then Conference League will definitely be easy for them to do. I don't know if Eddie Howe has it in him to get to Conference League, because I don't think he's ever done it before. But of course, we've seen him with Bournemouth do quite well, so hopefully with Newcastle he can get him there. And if he does, then, you know, he might stay the manager longer than a lot of people expected. 8th place, I think I've got to go with West Ham, just because I think they miss out in Conference League to Newcastle. I think them and Newcastle might have a good battle on their hands this year. You know, Newcastle, the rich geezers, and West Ham, the big lads. So, yeah, it's a definite battle right there between those two, but I think Newcastle will win it. I think Moyes will have a bit of a slower season this season, but I think he'll also still have quite a good season in his eyes. You know, 8th place isn't bad really for West Ham. Also would have hoped for Europa League and Conference League, but I think 8th place won't be bad for them either. Let us know in the comments if you're a West Ham fan where you want to finish. But yeah, for me, I think 8th is good. Next up, in 9th position, basically mid-table, I'm going to go with, I think, Leicester City. I just feel as if they've kind of got a lot of old players right now. You know, they kept Jamie Vardy up front. Of course, last season he didn't really play that much, and when he did come back in, he started doing bits for them. But he's old now. I don't know how old he is, like nearly 35 now. Probably might even be 35. So can they rely on him? Probably not. I feel as if the players they've brought in aren't really world beaters. You know, I don't think they're going to do that well. I think, you know, the manager now, he's been slowing down a little bit with Leicester recently, so I feel as if 9th position will probably be where they finish, which again, mid-table, not bad for them. Bang average mid-table, I'd take it if I was Leicester. I would be a bit annoyed because of course Europe is a very nice thing for them, but 9th place, not bad. Next up, just behind Leicester, I'm going to go with Southampton. Now, I know a lot of people have been saying Southampton might get relegated this season. You know, the manager's been there long enough now. They've not made many good signings. For me, I feel as if Southampton, they're just going to do it again. They do it every season. They were like a Burnley when they was in Premier League. They just stay in the league. They never play fantastic football. They never do anything good. But they're always in the league. Always. Yeah, and I feel like Southampton, they'll stay there again. Not really much to say about them, but yeah, I feel like they'll stay there. Up in 11th place now. Wolves, I think. Yeah, I think they'll have a pretty good... Actually, let's switch Wolves and Southampton around, yeah. Southampton 11th, Wolves in 10th. Nothing really much to say about them. Jose Sa in goal. Did pretty well from last season, so yeah, keeping more clean sheets this season. I think they've got Morgan Gibbs-White as well, back from his loan spell, so that's always good for them. And yeah, I feel like they'll stick in that mid-table spot again. I feel like they've identified themselves as a Premier League club right now, so I think mid-table for them. Probably where they're going to finish. Next up, I believe in the last position of mid-table, Nottingham Forest. I feel like every season there's that one team that finish around the top area of the league. I feel like, you know, Nottingham Forest are going to be there in that mid-table spot. I think they're going to probably be the only team that's been promoted to finish in that position. I know a lot of people have said that, so knowing our luck, they might not, but with the signs they brought in of Henderson, Lingard, you know, that's some mad. I know they've, you know, lost Spence and everything, but some of those signings they brought in, they have done mad business. They've also spent a lot of money on these players, so, you know, nearly 200k a week for Jesse Lingard, which ooh, mad money for a guy who doesn't really play first team football for Man United and hasn't for a while. But yeah, I feel as if from out of the 3 promoted sides, Nottingham probably the best one. You know, the underdogs, not been in the league for a while, so I feel like they'll get back in that 12th position. Next up in 13th to 17th, I've got Aston Villa, Brighton, Brentford, what was that? 13, 14, 15. Crystal Palace, Everton. Yeah, that is my prediction right there. So it's gonna basically go in that order as well, no? Actually, no, I'm gonna put Everton up a little bit to about 13th. No, about 14th. Wow. So yeah, this season I think Aston Villa, as much as they got Coutinho and they've got all those players, I don't feel as if they're still good enough. I don't feel like Gerrard's a good enough manager to get them anywhere higher than 30, like mid-table. With these mid-table spots, it's kind of just like you can put them in A position. But yeah, I feel as if, you know, Aston Villa, I think they will finish in that mid-table spot around like 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. I don't feel like go any higher. Just don't feel like Steven Gerrard is a good enough manager, you know. Yeah, he managed Rangers, did well for them, but like it's not hard to be a manager of Rangers. Like they win everything every year anyway. So, and he left, and the new manager won the Europa, nearly won the Europa League. So you know, got them into Europa League final. So it just says everything about Steven Gerrard and how easy it is to do well there. Everton as well. I don't think Lampard's the man. Never really rated as manager. Especially at Chelsea, never really rated him at all. But he could surprise us all this season. He's not really made any good signings, any that would stand out to me at all. So I think mid-table again for him. I don't think he'll be fighting relegation as much as he did last season, but I don't think he'll have a great season. Brighton, they're just the easy team to put in the relegation, like near the relegation zone, so we put them in 15th. Of course, they could finish higher. They probably will. Probably finish above Southampton. They might even finish above West Ham and Leicester, but they're the easy team to stick in 15th position, so I've put them there. And I don't know, I feel like they lost Basuma, so they could do worse, but they have probably got cover for that position. So yeah, they've also got Seema as well back from Stoke City. Of course, he was out on loan last season to Stoke, never played. Don't think he got a single touch of the ball in the Championship, but might do well in the Premier League. You never know. He did play in the Europa League, I think, for the team he signed for Brighton for, so could be a good player. But yeah, next up Palace again. Vieira, great manager and all, but I feel like Palace are just that team who don't really do much. Yes, they won their preseason game quite a bit the other week. The other day they battered the team like 4-0 or something like that. But again, I don't feel like they're good enough. Of course, they got battered by Man United in preseason as well. I just don't know. I don't know about Palace. They're just going to be stuck in that 16th position now. And then second season syndrome, I think, is going to hit Brentford. I think they'll just about survive it if they keep Ivan Toney. If not, then I don't think they'll survive it. I think they will go down. I think them and Leeds will probably switch place if they keep Ivan Toney. If they don't keep Ivan Toney, yeah, they're definitely going down. So yeah, I definitely think second season syndrome is going to hit them. As much as they got a nice stadium, Premier League standard quality, I think they probably will get relegated. And if not this season, next season. Next up relegation, though, I'm going to go with Leeds, Bournemouth, and Fulham. Of course, Fulham always relegated. You know, they come up, come back down, come up, come back down. Yeah, the yo-yo team. Yeah, if you want to call them anything. Yeah, Mitrovic has scored loads of goals last season in Championship, something like 40 odd. But again, I don't think he'll score over 10 goals in the Premier League. I think he's going to have a pooky season. You know, fantastic in the Championship, but absolutely shambolic in the Premier League, and doesn't really see the light of day in the Premier League, and will never ever see the light of day in the Premier League again. But you know, I think he'll stay at Fulham for quite a few years. So look at you guys. You know, he's been there for I don't know how many seasons now, and he's still there. Well, I don't know what he's fighting for, to win Championship trophies every single other season. So clearly he hasn't got big ambitions in his mind, so he probably will stay at Fulham. But yeah, I think they'll get relegated again this season. Bournemouth, you know, I love Bournemouth, but I think stadium with like, what is it, like 9,000 or something like that, ain't big enough for the Premier League. Get out, like get out. If you can't build a stadium big enough for the Premier League, you don't need to be here. Yeah. I remember the dreadful day when you beat Stoke City that one season. So I put you in relegation zone. Sorry to say. I think you'll be in relegation. One thing I do think though, I think Bournemouth will probably beat Chelsea 4-0 this season at some point. because one of the newly promoted teams always seem to batter Chelsea. You know, West Brom did it that one season. Last season it was Brentford. So this season, I feel like it's gonna be Bournemouth. Could be Nottingham. I doubt it'll be Fulham, but you never know. But yeah, after that, I think they'll still get relegated. Next up, Leeds again. They had a poor season last season. They got rid of Calvin Phillips, who I never really rated, but I know a lot of people did. Yeah, of course they had injury last season, which kind of put them near the relegation zone. But they've also lost Rafinha as well. They've got this American manager who I don't really know much about, but I don't think he's gonna be that good. Not really made fantastic signings, you know, to replace Rafinha or Calvin Phillips. Yeah, you did bring in that Tyler Adams, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he seems pretty good. But other than that, no, I wouldn't really say anybody's that good. And I feel as if, I know Bamford's good. I don't think he's that good, so I think you are going to go down. But you could switch places with Brentford. It's either of those two that are going to go down. But yeah, I think you're going to be the one that I put here at this moment in time. Maybe in the after those first 3 games, I might change it. But you never know until you see the next one live on Twitch. Make sure you check that out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe, turn notifications if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you check us out on Twitch if you want to see us. The second version of this, the full one. And also make sure you like, subscribe, turn notifications if you haven't already. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.